I want to ask you both because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And was this the fun element of
No, I don't think so. And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly...
You're offended?
Into it.
Stop. I can't take any more. I can't do this. I cannot do this anymore. I can't do it anymore!
Ladies and gentlemen, tell me if I'm wrong here, but we've all had the experience of watching a TV series and after an episode's finished, you know, we sit there and we think to ourselves, did that just happen? Did I just really see that? And in our lovely, stunning, brave, progressive society, it's more common than ever. Tell me if I'm wrong. But with that, Disney, Lucasfilm, yeah, they've really outdone themselves this time. Star Wars The Acolyte has become one of the biggest talking points on the internet these last few days, and not because of how amazing it is, not because of how great the storytelling is, or it's done wonders for the franchise, but the opposite. It's absolute dog shit. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. I don't want to swear too early on. As you heard at the beginning of the video, you know, apparently it's the gayest Star Wars. Hey look man, when you hear that floating around and it's coming from the people who are actually involved with the project, the product, you know you're in for a terrible ride, but that's all these people care about. Let's make things as progressive and as diverse as we can. That's at the top of the list. Great storytelling and making a good product. Oh, in today's world, that's at the bottom, and because of that, pretty much every single Star Wars fan has grown to despise this show and everything it has become. I mean, after episode 3, we got this crap. Oh my word, this is something else, which is chanting.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
That is absolute dog shit.
Oh, and by the way, we have lesbian space witches using the Force to create life.
This is your sister. The thread tied you together before you were born.
I did not bring the girls into this world so we could lose them to a bunch of deranged monks. I carried them.
I created them.
You know that thing that was special about Anakin Skywalker? Well, it seems like that thing is no longer special because these witches did it first. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. Many people cancelling their Disney Plus memberships. You know what I don't get is how they scripted that out. Filmed it, acted it out, edited it, etc., and nowhere throughout that whole process did anyone say, yeah, you know what? This might be absolute garbage. But because this show has gotten so much criticism, and it's not just episode 3, but it's the whole thing, the media, as always, have taken the route of bashing, attacking the fans, because in today's world, you know, it's not the people creating the show that have to take accountability. It is the fans who are to blame, especially when a show is very diverse. We've seen this sort of behavior recently with Doctor Who when, you know, people have criticized the show and people have come out and bashed the fans, for example, with this Metro headline, "Sorry straight white men, Doctor Who was never for you," or whatever. Yeah, different opinions aren't allowed. Inverse posted an article saying that Acolyte isn't ruining Star Wars, you are. Right, Lucasfilm's latest series is the franchise's most promising yet, but fans are too blinded by their hate to see it. Or maybe, just maybe, I don't know about you guys, people are tired of being force-fed and given absolute crap. Maybe that's it. It's not outright shocking to see something like the Acolyte marred by racist, misogynistic, and even anti-LGBTQ backlash. That Star Wars devotees would share multiple bad faith treatises about the series on YouTube or tank its audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is just par of the course at this point. Yes, you disagree with anything Star Wars creates, anything Disney creates today, you are, what is it, racist, misogynistic, and even anti-LGBTQ. All I'm gonna say is, you know, I don't think these people have learned. Attacking the people who spend their money and time watching this stuff probably isn't the way to go. Even with a horrible 14% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, which apparently is people again being hateful and mean and maliciously tanking the audience score, you think these people would have a lot more self-awareness and recognize there are legitimate issues with the series. But no, how could the show ever be at fault, right? How could it be the show? How could it be the people in charge of creating the show? Oh no, it's you guys, the bigots. I mean, you've got to hand it to Star Wars, man. Even though the show is facing so much backlash, they're still pushing it out on social media. Beyond Regal. Oh, this is so bad. Sesame members. These space lesbians are cringe. Good God, you guys are nuts. This is peak cringe. If a cat were in charge, he'd bury this in his litter box and not parade it around proudly. Star Wars is dead. And look, we can all sit here and joke about this, and it doesn't matter what franchise it is. When it goes down the route similar to Star Wars, you are going to lose a large part of your audience because there is only so much people can take, and it's clear to see now these shows are used as a tool to push certain messaging, certain propaganda, and people are tired of it. And after episode 3, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of Star Wars fans didn't return to the franchise. I mean, after you see that witch scene, it is the cringiest thing I've never cringed so hard in my life. But they continue to attack fans. You know, the damage control is still very heavy, and more so with the YouTubers, for example, that criticize the show and essentially tell it how it is. The X account for Looper.com posted a video accusing YouTubers, Critical Drinker, and Nerdrotic, great content creators by the way, of encouraging bigotry because of their takes on Star Wars. And guess what? They deleted the post, but Nerdrotic goes on to post on X, "Hey at Looper, why did you delete your post stating that yours truly and the Critical Drinker are encouraging hatred and bigotry with our reviews of a poorly written streaming show? The only ones I see doing that are Lucasfilm, #Acolyte, and let's take a listen."
Some audience members have issues with the show's diversity and LGBTQ+ themes, and those should be dismissed. However, viewers should genuinely examine the legitimate criticisms the Acolyte has received. Cultural critics like the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic have dubbed the show lore-breaking for its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started. As always, rage bait and review bombings distract from actual criticism. In particular, episode 3 has proven to be controversial, and perhaps rightfully so.
Yes, it's Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic who are encouraging bigotry because of their valid criticisms of a poorly written show, and it's a criticism that many people hold. This show's purpose is just diversity and pissing off the Star Wars fans. I don't get how you can create this, and nobody thought, yeah, we might annoy a lot of people with this. And maybe they knew that, maybe they did know that, but they don't care because you have to accept this is the new way now. They are forcing people to like things that they clearly do not like. It's like it just doesn't compute with them. How many shows, whatever, have Disney produced, have Star Wars produced that fans absolutely dislike, yet there's no change? And every time everybody gets excited, maybe this is the series now, maybe this is the show that makes things better. But every time people are let down. If you criticize the show, if you criticize lesbian space witches creating life with the Force because of how you think it affects, the Anakin story and gets rid of the importance of it, which a lot of people think, but again, they're told that is wrong. If you criticize the storytelling, the forced strong female leads, and that's another route they want to take Star Wars in. I think that is something people have picked up on for a while now. They want to take Star Wars into a more female-oriented route, but if you criticize any of that, you are the bad person. Now, there are positives to this, apart from, the series ending and nobody having to remember it again, but it will be a constant meme. But another positive is, I think Star Wars fans are going to really unite over this more than ever. I think episode 3 especially was a breaking point for a lot of people, and if they have the nerve, the audacity to put out crap like this again in the future, they are going to lose a lot. But I want to hear your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, on this. Are you watching Star Wars The Acolyte? Do you like it? Probably not. Probably not. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it is, as people are saying, peak cringe? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.